Another reader, listener, email. How not to be a sucker. A nigga from Los Angeles writes the BossMack. He say, BossMack, I'm a long time listener and this is my first time tapping in for game. I have a good rotation of bitches that I've been maintaining for years. I'm a 36-year-old nigga out here working in the banking industry. Now here's my situation. About 3 years ago, I had a young bitch on the team that I was just fucking. Because she was in college and only 21. After about 6 months of dick, she wanted to be top bitch, but I couldn't do it. So the bitch left. And then I immediately felt the bitch's absence. And I was like, fuck it. And I reached out to her bitch. I let her get the top spot for about a year. After a while, I just wasn't feeling that shit. Then I dismissed her bitch. 2 years passed and now I'm having a realization. I'm having a realization that I need that bitch on the team again. I reached out to a bitch and she was receptive but super iffy. She said she got to protect herself. What can I do to tighten up my game on a bitch? I know I seem like I'm on some on again, off again shit, but I'm certain now. After fucking with a whole bunch of weak bitches, she was a good bitch. All right. You know, one of my slogans, man, one of the BossMack slogans, man, is, you know, it's niggas fuck with, niggas will get a real ass bitch on the team, right? And won't realize it though. Like, niggas won't realize that shit. Niggas will have a real ass bitch on the team and won't realize it. And then lose a bitch, right? And then fuck with about 4 or 5 weak bitches and then have a realization that damn, that bitch over there, that was a real ass bitch. See, you gotta have perceptions. You gotta have real ass bitch perceptions. You gotta be able to know. You gotta be able to discern a real ass bitch. You understand me? You gotta be able to discern a real ass bitch when she in your presence, bro. It's very important that you be like, okay, compared to my other bitches that I fuck with, this bitch right here is superior to these other bitches. You gotta have that realization, man. You gotta have that realization. If you don't have that realization, it'll cost you like this. It'll cost you like this and put you in a weird spot where you have no leverage, to where you begging, where you look like you begging and pleading for a bitch. And when you get into this position where it's like you begging and pleading for a bitch, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. I say your only saving grace that you have is that hopefully that a bitch is following you on the gram. Hopefully a bitch is following you on the gram and you can show good lifestyle and perhaps show some other bitches and try and hopefully make a bitch jealous. And, you know, to me, that's really the only way, man, because if you coming in with a lot of no leverage, you know what I'm saying? And then bitches be remembering, man, they be having, you know, it be vengeance, man. A bitch remember every time you kicked her in the ass, especially when you begging. You know what I'm saying? You coming in with no leverage. I advise you not to beg. I advise you to, you know, okay, you could tap a bitch on the shoulder and say, hey, you know, I'm trying to link back up. And if she not like with it, you kind of have to just kind of have to be bold and just be like, okay, you know, and let a bitch go do her thing and you keep it pushing. But hopefully, like I said, a bitch is following you on social media and you can shine for a bitch and maybe she'll see you shining. Maybe she'll see you shining and, you know, be moved by that shit. You feel me? Queen Kill. I fuck with her. Yeah, man. And you know what I'm saying? That's the only way I can see it, man. Don't get out there compromising your position with no begging and all that old shit, man. That bitch got a memory. She remember what you did, nigga. I'm trying to tell you, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all, you know what, man? I'm just trying to give out some game, man, real fast.